Hi, and welcome to the Genitalia Sisters. I'm Vulva.
And I'm Clittoris.
We sure are glad for you to join us again tonight.
Yes, ma'am, boys and girls. We sure are. It's so nice of y'all to come out and watch us, honey, when we post these.
It's wonderful.
I'm just loving it, honey. I've made lots of new friends, girl.
I'm sure you have, Clittoris. You always have been real easy to make friends.
I have, honey. I just love people, honey. I love meeting people. I love touching people and having,
especially men
having
people,
times. Oh, yes,
Clittoris?
honey. The men take care of Clittoris.
They do.
Honey. They have been taking care of me for about 10 years now.
Speaking of which, that's probably where you was at this weekend,
Yes.
off gallivanting with a man.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't you
honey.
know that you missed Revelation's birthday dinner on Saturday
I
night, Clittoris?
I do apologize, honey. I had.
He was crushed.
I am so.
You know he loves his Aunt Clittoris.
You send him my apologies and tell him I wouldn't have did it for nothing in the world, honey. But
you did.
I had to go on down there to Thailand, honey.
Thailand?
Yes, ma'am. Papa Thai had me down, girl, and he talked to one of his surgeon friends, and he gave me some injections in my buttocks. And some hip injections, honey. I got a little implant back there too, girl. It's fabulous, honey. They said that's gonna make me look like the next Marilyn Monroe.
Is that what that is? You don't look like Marilyn Monroe. You look like the Michelin Tire Man.
Oh, honey.
I can't believe you putting all that stuff in your body, Clittoris.
You're just jealous, honey. I swear to God.
Jealous of what?
All my improvements, honey. I come from having gastric black last year, honey, and I have lost so much weight. And just because I want to live and be pretty, honey, you just have to cut me down.
Be pretty? That ain't pretty, Clittoris.
Honey, I just need to move away from here, honey.
Move away? You ain't gonna move away from here, Clittoris Jackson. You moved away one time and you come back. Don't you remember in the 70s when you moved out there to California with that Manson cult?
Oh, honey, there was some strange people, honey.
Thank God Mom and Daddy got you back before they killed all them people.
I said you was, honey. That was something else.
Lord.
I swear to God, I've never been so scared in my life. There was some strange, they just had all this crazy stuff going on, honey. They did. That's what, honey, that's why I come back, honey. It was just crazy, just crazy.
You come back because Mom and Daddy went out there and got you when they figured out where Miss Clittoris Jackson had her little fanny parked out there. Out there smoking all that stuff and wallering around with them men and women, having babies left and right. You got children you don't even know about, Clittoris.
Well, I don't like to talk about that, honey, because my boy, he don't know he has any siblings. I guess he does now.
Lord, have mercy, Clittoris Jackson. I've never. Well, I'm just plumb wore out today.
Wow, you so sparkly today, honey.
Well, I'm so excited. I come right just this minute. I just got back into town from the Victory in the Lord Baptist Church's Women Auxiliary meeting. It was my first meeting. They elected officers today.
Is that right, girl?
They did.
Well, how'd that go, honey?
It was awesome. It was so wonderful. I wanted to run, but you have to be a member of the church for at least a year before they'll let you run. But they did let me volunteer to coordinate the next bake sale, and I'm really excited about that. I am. I'm going to make one of my special pies for that bake sale.
What kind of pie you going to make, honey?
I am going to make a Volga Jenkins checker chest pie.
Well, honey, I think I might make some of my Clittoris biscuits, honey.
I don't think we can sell Clittoris biscuits at the church bake sale, Clittoris,
honey,
but thank you.
I took a couple over to the VFW one time when they tore them up.
VFW, you still hang out there, Clittoris?
Yes, honey, every now and then I go over there. There's some exciting things that go on there at that VFW.
What do you do at the VFW?
Well, we shoot a little pool, honey.
Women ain't supposed to shoot pool, Clittoris.
Honey, they buy me drinks all the time, honey. And they loving my new enhancements to my breasts.
Do they rub all on them like that, or do you rub them in front of them?
It all depends, honey, how good I know them, if I let them touch them or not.
Oh, see what I have had to put up with all my life. It's 1,000 wonders I've ever survived this embarrassment.
I'm so sorry I put you through this embarrassing times, honey. I swear to God.
That's all right. The Lord's going to bless me. He is. I have been through hell with you, Clittoris. And He's going to bless me at one point.
Well, you know what they said, honey. Tomorrow is another day, honey. It really is.
Tomorrow is another day, Clittoris, and you always just worried about tomorrow. You need to be worried about what's going to happen 5 years from now, Clittoris. You need to plan your life out. You're 56 years old, Clittoris. You ought to know what's going on by now.
You keep having to bring up how old I'm getting. I am sick and tired of this shit.
Well, if you stop trying to act like a 20-year-old,
honey, if I can look like a 20-year-old, why not act like one?
But you don't look like a 20-year-old.
I look good. I look good. You always just downgrading me, honey. I'm so over it.
You look like a teenager that fell in the mud, maybe.
Just let me have fun while I'm young, honey.
Why, you young?
Yes, honey, I'm still a chicken. You know the women in our family live to be 110 years old, girl. What about Granny?
And what you gonna look like with all this stuff you put in your body at 100 years old?
I hope I'm looking well preserved.
You gonna look like you have swollen ankles, because them hips is gonna be dropped by then.
I'm doing a little prevention right now, honey, trying to get everything in order.
You'll never find no orthopedic shoes to fit your feet when them hips drop down there.
Well, I'll have to go back in and get some more work later.
Lord have mercy. You ain't gonna have money to do it when you that old, Clittoris. You're gonna be on Medicaid. You just gonna have to get a bunch of...
I'll find me a papa somewhere to take care of me.
You're gonna have to get a bunch of clothespins and just pin it all back in place.
That's okay, honey. I'll get somebody to give me some money. I'll have papas till I die, honey.
You'll find a man in the...
I'll find a man, honey. Oh, I got two, honey, to live down there, honey, at the
I should have known.
Sands, at that Sands home, honey.
The Sands, huh? Lord have mercy.
Yeah, girl.
You go down there and visit them?
I do.
What
I
do y'all do?
I go down there and I call the numbers for bingo. I throw it out there in the recreation room.
Well, at least you are volunteering for something, doing some good in the community. I at least can say that.
And I do the session. I do the session with the men that ever who wins gets a kiss from Clittoris.
A kiss from Clittoris. I think I turned my cards in, Clittoris. Do a lot of them play? Do any of the women play?
They love to play, honey. Yes, some of the women, they play too, honey. I do their hair down there too, honey, once a week.
Lord, if any of you got relatives down at the Sands nursing home, you might want to go check on them to see how they look if Clittoris has done that.
They have, honey. They love it.
Have you been using that Mary Kay makeup on them?
I have been using the Mary Kay on them, and Miss Lulabelle's face, honey, is so clear now. Her complexion is fabulous. Miss Lulabelle, honey. Yes, ma'am.
Lord,
she's the sweetest woman in the world, honey.
I guess I can still, even though you making them look like clowns, maybe they'll think the circus is
they have a good time. They have a good time when I'm around there. All them men just love me. They just love me. They love me.
What are you cooking this week, Clittoris? You're always cooking.
Honey, that's my timer, honey. I didn't put it on for cooking this week, honey. That's when I'm supposed to put my hemorrhoid ointment on.
Well, Lord, we didn't need to know that, Clittoris.
I got a little emergency station down there, honey, and I had to address the situation.
Lord have mercy. Well, let's let her go, honey. Take care of her hemorrhoid.
Yes, ma'am. It burns.
And until we see you again, keep it tuned right here to Channel 69. WFUC TV for more genitalia sisters.
Bye, y'all.